Let's discover what's the key to a cleaner destiny. Let's talk biomass today.
All right, so today we're diving into something I gotta admit I never saw coming. Wood pellets.
Wood pellets?
Yeah, wood pellets, like the things people use to heat their homes. Apparently, that might have been a really big deal in a place you wouldn't expect.
Okay, you're going to have to give me a little more to work with here.
Okay, so we're talking about the Middle East.
The Middle East,
Yeah.
the land of, well, oil.
Exactly. It sounds crazy, right? But this article we're looking at, why the Middle East could be the next big market for wood pellets, makes a pretty compelling case.
All right, you've piqued my interest. Lay it on me. What's the deal with wood pellets in the Middle East?
Well, first off, we got to remember that even the Middle East is looking for ways to move away from fossil fuels, right?
Sustainability and all that.
Yeah.
Seems like everyone's got their eyes on a greener future these days.
Yeah, and it's not just talk. The source mentions over 100 billion, with a B, billion dollars in renewable energy projects by 2025.
Okay, that's serious money. But where do the wood pellets fit in?
Well, think of it this way. They need alternatives, right? And wood pellets are basically just compressed plant matter sawdust, wood scraps, stuff like that. Burns cleaner than oil and coal.
So a more sustainable fuel source.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But can they actually get enough wood pellets to meet their energy needs?
That's the thing. The source says the Middle Eastern biomass market, particularly for wood pellets, is projected to grow something like 7% each year until 2030.
Wow, 7% annually. That's a rapid increase. There must be a strong financial incentive driving this besides the environmental benefits.
Absolutely. The source also highlights that businesses could be looking at saving upwards of 30% by making the switch.
Okay, so it's not just good for the planet, it's good for business too. That's a powerful combination, especially in a region known for its business sense.
It really is. But let's not forget, it can't just be about the bottom line. The bigger picture here is about sustainability, and the source definitely digs into that.
Right, we're talking about a whole energy system overhaul. What are the long-term goals here?
Well, for starters, the UAE and Saudi Arabia, they're both aiming for carbon neutrality by 2050.
Ambitious. But is that even realistic, given the region's dependence on fossil fuels and, let's be honest, the lack of vast forests?
Right. It's the Middle East, not exactly known for its lumber industry.
Exactly. So where are they going to get all these wood pellets from? Are they going to rely heavily on imports?
That's one of the big questions, and the source does suggest that sustainable sourcing is going to be a major challenge. They're going to need some serious international cooperation to prevent, unintended consequences.
Oh, absolutely. You don't want to solve one problem just to create a whole new set of environmental issues. Deforestation, habitat loss, things like that could be a real concern, especially if the demand for wood pellets skyrockets.
It's wild, right? We think about the Middle East and we think oil, but this could change everything. Imagine the geopolitical shifts if they become a major wood pellet importer.
Talk about a shakeup. It could completely reshape global trade relationships. Imagine the alliances, the dependencies. It's fascinating to think about.
It really is, and it all circles back to those little wood pellets.
Who knew something as simple as wood pellets could be at the heart of such a complex and potentially transformative issue?
And that's why we love a good deep dive, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes the most unexpected places hide the most fascinating stories.
Absolutely. It really makes you stop and think about the bigger picture and all the interconnectedness of, well, everything.
Exactly. And who knows what kind of innovations or changes this might spark down the line. Maybe we'll see a surge in sustainable forestry practices or even reforestation efforts in unexpected parts of the world.
It's a fascinating thought. If this trend takes off, it'll be interesting to see how the global landscape of wood pellet production adapts and evolves, and what impact that will have not just on the Middle East, but on the world.
It really makes you realize you can't judge a potential energy revolution by its cover, even if that cover involves wood pellets.
Exactly. Sometimes the smallest things can spark the biggest changes.
And that wraps up another deep dive. Thanks for joining us as we untangled this unexpected twist in the global energy tale.